ole halua.
Hi guys, and welcome to the advanced camping guide by the Bio Squad. Here in this picture you can see the 2x2 Bio Squad prototype. It's a very good base. It can take a lot of damage from any side. You can see there is a ramp and a wall and a floor, and it gives you extra mobility inside the base. Those walls can soak up insane amounts of damage, especially if made of metal. I really recommend this base because I believe this is the best base you can make in this game. This model right here, this is the best base you can make. I really recommend making a 2x2 base because it gives you enough mobility even if you don't make this prototype, just a 2x2, not the upper side. It gives you a lot of mobility. You don't have to worry about rocket launchers too much, and it's easy to fix. If you get bombarded, your teammate can fix the base while they shoot back. This is very important. Here in this video you can see a bunch of other 2x2 variants where we totally dominate the battlefield. For example, in this clip you can see from the left side there's a blocker for snipers. If somebody's in the hilltop on the left side, the side wall will block the sniper bullets. This is also very important. You will avoid getting shot by the snipers very easily. With this base you can counter this problem very easily. Perfect camping spot is where you have height advantage and you can see 360 degrees without any obstacles, kind of like in the first clip you saw the prototype. Sometimes you have to get rid of trees and buildings when your teammate is inside the camp, so basically the other teammate goes and just pickaxes all the trees and rocks what might be near, so that you get a clear vision 360 degrees so that nobody will raid your base. This is very important. Don't leave any holes or straight lines of sight for the back wall, because the rocket launcher can kill you if you do that. If the rocket enters your base, you get blown up. Don't leave any holes for those rockets. Make the front walls should take the rocket damage. And if you get bombarded by grenade launcher, if somebody gets close to you and gets to use a grenade launcher against you, this is the only case you might have to abandon the base, because the grenade launcher obviously deals a lot of damage and it can level the whole base in seconds, including you inside of it. You don't want to be there when that happens. Right, so here in this next clip you can see some early game camping right here. It happens by entering a building and taking down the stairs. Sometimes the enemy is stupid enough to peek from the stairway, and you can just for example use a shotgun. The pump shotgun is ideal for indoors camping because the range is very low. So if you can peek with the shotgun, you should take advantage of that if you're camping indoors. For example, these two guys are trying to go after me indoors and I have this pump shotgun, and you can see what happens. Next we have the mountain camping, and these can be very tricky sometimes because of the raiders. And the way to avoid these raiders is of course have a 360 degree vision. But you see the problem here is that the hilltop is going to block some of your vision, kind of like in this clip. You can see something like 200 degrees, but the rest of it is covered by this hilltop, so you cannot see if the enemy is behind this hilltop. You have no idea unless you hear them, of course. So right in this clip I know that the good raiders will use this hilltop because they know that we cannot see them. So I'm watching this hilltop, and my teammate is watching all the other side. So here you can see we counter these raiders pretty well. Be careful with the hilltop camping, it is very dangerous. Avoid those hilltops if you can. You must go for high ground, but if you can take enough distance to the hilltop, you'll be good on normal area, not on a hilltop. You don't have to go into a hilltop unless it's right next to you, because otherwise, if the enemy goes there, they can shoot you from the high ground, so they will have an advantage over you. So with hilltops, take care of those blind areas. Watch them very carefully, because the raiders will take advantage of those situations, and you must be ready, because if they get into your base with shotguns and you're not ready, they're gonna blow you up, and that's bad. So be careful with mountain camping. In this clip you can see a perfect example of a mountain camping. This camp, we have the storm on behind us. Storm will block the enemies from the back, and we have the whole battlefield is in front of us, and we are on the high ground, and we are just leveling these guys. Look at this thing. I mean, they are they are taking a lot of damage, and there is nothing they can do about it. They can just run. They can try to hide and run, but yeah, if you get this kind of position in the end game, I mean, it's almost a guaranteed victory if you know what you're doing, especially if you have a bunch of grenade launchers and assault rifle with lots of ammo. Man, it's an ideal situation. So the next camp right here is where you utilize the building, like a building camp. You go on top of a building and utilize the building as a base, and build on top of it just a normal 2x2 or even bigger if necessary. For example, in this clip we have taken over the big red barn in the farm, so that is one of my personal favorites, because it's very high ground, it's very big, you have a very good vision all around you. It's not easy to raid because it takes time to get there, and you will notice the enemies when they're coming, so you can totally dominate the battlefield if you utilize the red barn in the farm. It's a very good. The main house is another good one, but the red barn is even more high ground, so the enemy will have a very hard time dealing with you if you go and build a camp on top of this red barn right here. So here you can see an example of mobile camping. Well, basically this means that you have to abandon your old camp and move into a new position. I recommend building the stairs, and when your stairs are inside of the area, you start building walls and make a normal 2x2 camp out of that if you can. Usually if the enemy is good, they will fire at you, and this can be very tricky sometimes, but the mobile camp is just a quick camp built based upon building stairways, so it works the same, it functions the same, but it's just very difficult because you have to push forward at the same time. And from these stairs you can modify it to become actually a very good camp. You can make a normal camp out of it if you know what you're doing.